everybody. It's Debbie, and you're at your home, your happy place. Sometimes you probably wonder, how is she so bubbly? Well, the bubbliness comes from the takes that I do prior to getting to the one. That's what I'm laughing about. You know, I don't keep those little bloopers, but they are kind of funny sometimes if you look back. But anyway, if you're new, welcome. I am so glad you're joining us. Please consider subscribing. I think you'll enjoy it here. And we typically do decorating, a little entertaining sometimes, and I introduced a little so easy DIY 2 weeks ago because I am not really crafty. But the results I got were so amazing to me that I told you I'm gonna get stuck on it. So today we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna do one DIY that is so simple. So don't run away because it literally takes 5 minutes if you have the supplies. It takes 5 minutes to do something spectacular. And then I'm gonna give you some, it's kind of like a little bit of a haul because I've got a lot of little containers I bought and flowers, and I am working on how I want to use that kind of thing. I want to bring the garden to the table. I want to bring the garden to my indoors. I love flowers. I love color. And so this is the time that I want to embrace that. So there have been amazing containers at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and I've gotten a couple at TJ Maxx. So we're gonna go through some containers and fillers. I've got bunnies. Oh my gosh, if I got bunnies. So let's start with a new wreath. Sometimes if you go to a floral shop or a boutique, I got this at a boutique. I saw this and I mean, you guys, it is, I wish you could really see it. It looks like real twigs. It really does. And I doubt that it is, but I don't know. And then all this stuff on the outside with and then it's just covered in moss. So it's not a very meaty, it's not meaty at all. And when I bought it, I was just like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. The day I bought it, I think I bought bows, but I didn't buy them for that wreath. I don't even know what I bought them for, but I want to show them to you because that's what we're going to do. So in that previous video I did, I showed you how to make a bow. This one, I don't know what I ended up paying for it. What I saw on the price tag was $7.99, and I looked at that and I thought, come on, that's it's 4 ribbons. That would cost me a little bit to just buy those, and these are really high quality, but it wasn't, I don't know how much they ended up because I saw her go, oh, and take that off because there must have been another price tag. So I don't know what I paid for them, but I did study the wreath, or I did study the bow. So I want you to look at this. It is fabulous. And of course we got the carrots in there. And it's very similar to the ribbon that I had, although their ribbon's a little more expensive there than Amazon's, but okay, so she's chosen to pull a green out with a plaid. That was really pretty. And then, like I did on mine, went in with a neutral. And then she tied it. Okay, there is wire, but that's for you to attach to a wreath. All she did was take one of the wire ones. Again, I did that too, but I used the wire she just tied a knot around all those. So here from behind, you can see it's 1 loop, 2 loop, 3 loops, and then you got tails. And then again, on the green, it's 1 loop, 2 loops, 3 loops, and 2 tails. And then the smaller one in the front is 1, 2, 3 loops and shorter tails. So she gradually shortened the tails, which was it adds dimension, it adds drama, and it draws more attention out this way. And then she tied it with this, which is also a wired ribbon. And that's it. She just left the ties. I mean, it's not even a knot, you guys. She could take this apart and reuse it somewhere else. Well, as I kept walking, there were 2 of them. and I got 2 of those wreaths. So I'll tell you the name of the wreath. I'll look for it. I don't think I'll be able to find it. Let's see. It's from Sioux Falls, Dakota, and it's called SullivanGift.com. So there's a .com. It was not an inexpensive wreath, and I tell you this because sometimes, and every day, I am a bargain shopper, but when I see something unusual, unique, if I really like it, I'm probably willing to pay a little bit more. And I'm trying to think, yeah, those small wreaths that I got were somewhere between, I don't know, $8.99 and $10.99, but they were small. But they were great. Then I got some, I don't think I've shown them to you. Maybe I have. They're a grapevine wreath, but they're large and they're oval. And those are available at Hobby Lobby for $8.99. I ordered them. I've not seen them in the store, but I ordered them online. And so I'm going to do those for summer. But right now, I have a little bit of time before Easter. So I am going to grab I don't even have to grab anything because she's already got this on here. This is what I'm saying. It's going to be so simple. But I am going to add something. Let me show you. All right, Hobby Lobby still has a big stash of these. And you can see $2.99, but this is spring Easter, so it's 40% off. I mean, this is just cute enough to just be on your plates for Easter. I mean, really, could you just see that? How cute. This was the other one. So when I bought it, I think they sold these. Well, maybe they sold these. I didn't see the difference at the time. Maybe they sold these like in a bunch like that as well. They just, these ones had shorter green stems. So I was thinking about mixing them, but I don't want to. I've already kind of held it up and it's like, yeah, this is a distraction. So these were $5.99 and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, you saw what I did in the family room with those ones I got on Amazon that are blue and white. I just set them in a little cup and it was just the perfect little accent to say Easter on the coffee table. Whew, I just had 4 huge sneezes. I've got a little hay fever. Is that what they call it? Is that just allergies? I don't know. So sorry if I'm going to cut and stuff, but you don't need to hear me sneeze. So here's what we're going to do. I am just going to, I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the wreath first, and then I'm just going to attach these in the center. It just changed that wreath from something that was gorgeous already to over the top. Think of all the uses you can have for these bows once you start having fun making them. I'm encouraging. I hope you do. All right, let's see what I do. I'm looking for this place of least resistance. This is obviously not where I want it because there's a lot of stuff there. So I think I'm going to go in right here. So this is going to be outside where it can be windy, and so I'm still not tying a knot, but I wrapped it, twisted it, and then I wrapped it again and I'm twisting it. And let's see how that looks. Okay, so I'm holding it here. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I'm going to have to lay it down. I can't do it while I'm holding it with one hand here. I flipped the bow around a little bit more so we've got some of the tails coming inside and outside. And there's a loop on this, so I'm just going to cut it, I think, and see if that allows me to tie it. If not, well, I think I'll just put wire through it and hold it. I think I like it just like that. I think that looks great. So I'm going to go grab wire and do it. All right, if I wasn't filming, this literally would have taken 5 minutes. The wires were pre-attached and then on the bow, and then the carrot took, you know, less than a foot of wire and it's done. I mean, it's really cute. Now I've got to make another one for the front door, but I'm not going to do that on camera with you. So let me know what you think. I think it's really, I can play with this more and fluff that out more to the front. There we go. So cute. Now this next one's just an idea. I'm not going to do it today. I was in Hobby Lobby, I think. It'll tell me. Yeah, Bella. So it's another one of the Bella wreaths. There was only one, so that's all I was able to get. What I'm thinking is they maybe, I know that they have sales, so maybe they had their greenery on sale, and that's why there was only one left. But you guys, one of my most favorite wreaths ever is a magnolia leaf. I love these, and magnolias, I mean, I have 2 of them in the front yard. They're year-round where we live. Their leaves, they're like an evergreen. So you can use a magnolia wreath any time of the year. They're very popular at Christmas, but you know, at this time of year, gardenias on there, woo! Well, I found something else, and I think I found it there, but they only had one. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go online and order. So I will link it below. You can order through my links on Hobby Lobby, Michael's, really just about everywhere. So make it super simple for yourself. And if you buy enough stuff, it's free shipping. Okay, then I saw this. I don't know what came first. Oh, this is also by Bella. So it's just a really small garland and very thin, but perfect weight for popping into, and I'm just gonna hold a piece on here, popping into a wreath like this and just going around. Look at that on that deep green. Now you guys know I have the topiaries in lavender, and I have a lot of lavender, which I don't know, maybe I'm gonna bring it out again. I don't know. Last year I did it for spring, and usually I go into like blues and corals for summer. I just don't know where I'm going yet. But I found this, and then I'm not sure, but I think it was there. Let me look. So yes, this was Hobby Lobby as well. And in their spring section, it said $15.99, so it was 40% off of that. But you see, I've got the purple. So I saw all that and I thought, well, you know, there's only one wreath. If I swap out what I've got on my garden porch, my little potting porch, I could do this purple here and this welcome mat. And then I've already purchased some purple and bright yellow pansies. It would be really, really cute. So maybe I'm gonna do that. I mean, I sound like I'm talking myself into it because I'm already making new wreaths for the front door right now. And I know that the next wreaths I'm gonna make are gonna be for summer. So this is to come, but you guys, this is how it can all pull together. You know, you just kind of start, oh yeah, that would look really great because this is on my door and this is at the floor. Okay, so these are, I mean, Walmart had, listen, I went to the nursery and I got these pansies. And they're really cute. And they were about $13. And then I went to Walmart and this, which is a little bit larger than that, really pretty. And these are just, just call them annual stock. I really don't know what they are. At first look, I had thought they were snapdragons or something, but they're certainly not. But you guys always know what they are. So it doesn't tell you, but there's $15.88. And they do want full sun, which they're not gonna get on my porch. But again, if you look at that together, so I got 2 of each. Let's just say I put in a yellow flower. I mean, it's just gonna be so pretty. I'm standing here looking at this. These are 60% off right now. That would be kind of cool in there. Oh well. Okay, I get easily distracted. So this is sort of a haul because I'm showing you things and then I'm putting them together. I had an idea for a container. So we've had so much wind out on our deck, even the heavy lanterns have blown off. Fortunately, those didn't break, but I had others break. And so I'm thinking, what can I put out there? I love looking at, you know, different vignettes that go outside, but I have to be careful and sometimes I have to bring it in. So I started thinking about a basket and I ended up with about 3 options. And I'll show you what I think I'm going to do with those. Okay, I'm going to be grabbing different things. This one actually was a find, this basket, at my secondhand store. If you can see, it is not that wide. But you can find something like this right now at any place that sells baskets. And all I did was grab 4 pots from Walmart, which, do they have prices on them? I don't know if they do. I really don't know. Now this is typically where I live. This is a house plant, but it'll do fine on my porch, especially over the summer. Same as this. And I think I picked up about 4 of these. So you get some smaller containers and then look for containers and just kind of build something on your color story. The way this is sitting right now would look great right behind your sink in a window. So I don't have all my ribbons down here. I might go grab some, but here's one that we used before. And you could just see that's the perfect width to go around here and just tie it. And then if you wanted to add a bow, or, you know, maybe you end up adding a bow, whoops, unrolled it, and add a little bunch of carrots to it, whoops, or these carrots, you know, just maybe 3 of them. So there's a lot of, and then, you know, it's still good for summer. You take your carrots off and your carrot ribbon, and if you have a theme, or even the same thing, if maybe you don't want the color anymore, you could always get petunias in red, white, and blue and do something for Memorial Day. Okay, here's another little idea. When I did this, I was thinking out on my deck, but these are too small. So I don't really know what came over me. But I was also thinking, I mean, you could use them in lots of little places in your house or outside, but also as a hostess gift. So if you're going somewhere to someone's house for Easter or a Mother's Day gift, this is also a great idea. The basket's $6.99. At Walmart, this was $8.97. And so you pop that in there, and then I put a little riser in here. You could use any kind of jar. And then this cute little guy, oh good, he's a little pricier for a gift, but you could find a less expensive one, you know you can. But this was from Walmart. It's $20.99. And you set that up there, and then this moss is very much like what's on that wreath. I'm not going to open it right now. It's preserved green moss, and I got this bag at Hobby Lobby. However, it's also available about the same price on Amazon. So I'll link them both for you. But then you just fill that in, and maybe you put some wire in there and cut yourself a little cardstock or print something on Canva that, you know, says Happy Easter or thank you for the invite, something like that, and tie it on there. I don't know. I'm just giving you an idea. Oops, stay there. But I think that's oh, excuse me, I forgot. Okay, well, I have green right now here. So again, this basket is perfectly sized to put a bow around or a ribbon around it. And you could get an even smaller one if you wanted, but it would add the drama to it. And then I believe I had orange. I don't know where all my ribbons are, but my point is you could still mix in some other, you know, things with it. This is always going to look good with that though. All right. So this is more the size I need out on my deck. And this one was Hobby Lobby. The price was $36.99, but it's 40% off. So you can see it's a nice depth. It looks not as deep as these other, but that's because it's so big. I only bought one. Again, maybe they just had one, but I feel like this is the size I need out there, unless I do one other one. But let's just see what I could do with this one. Okay, I just kind of played. I don't have a whole lot of other flowers with me. So I just grabbed a bunny, and this is an expensive bunny. You certainly could go back and use this one. And actually, I have two. I could pair them together. Or I have another bunny. This was Walmart. This was a boutique. And I think, you know, I wouldn't do this as a gift because it's way too expensive. This little guy was Walmart for $10. And I still would put him on a riser of some kind so he stood out. But just fill and see, you don't even have to have as expensive because these are tall. If I were going to do this, I would replant these into some little terracotta pots so I could get them shorter. But the point is, you can get something, or even better yet, artificial if you're giving it to somebody. I wanted some live plants out there this year, so we'll see how that flows. And then I just cover the top of it with the moss. You could get some fabric or a napkin, either would work, towel, and have it coming out here, and then use, depending on your colors, you know, use a beautiful ribbon. Now on that other one, I could have done that on the bunny. That would have been really stunning. Okay. I also have this ribbon. Oh, that's so pretty. The yellow and pink would be pretty. Not with these orange flowers. I don't love that, but this is what I have. So what do you know? I have two more bunnies. I had bunnies on the brain the day I went to Walmart, and they fulfilled my desire. Yeah. So how much were you? Even better, you guys. This one's $8. So cute. And are they the same shape? I don't know. Does look like they might be. It doesn't mean they didn't have other shapes. I just don't remember. But popping this in with some faux flowers or fresh flower, garden flowers, that would be great. Okay. This is the last container I'm going to do today. I would call this likely like a beverage bucket. You would throw ice in here and put your bottles or cans in, and it's just open on your table for your guests, and it's just an easy grab. These are, well, I think they're still the same price. I'm not sure. It's Better Homes and Gardens at Walmart, and there's a whole lot of stuff that matches. You can get a tray. You can get, I bought pitchers. The pitchers, it was on clearance. The pitchers are this, and then they're covered in this, and the handle's made of this. $4.50. Not this. This I paid $19 for, but it might be less right now because they weren't on clearance when I bought them. And I thought, well, this is great for my deck. You know, it's not breakable, and the metal, I love things in metal. It stays cold. So that's the pictures. I'm not going to show those to you today, but these were $20, and I thought that was a good buy. And again, I don't have to use them for what I'm telling you for. I can use them for other options as well. But I'm just going to use this as a riser. Let's use, since we didn't use this bunny yet. Okay, and I mean, could I try something else? I could if I don't put them in the middle. Whoops. So that's a little deeper. I might be able to squeeze the other one. I have another one like that. Let's go see. Oh, that's perfect. How cute is that? Let me cut the tag off so it's not a distraction. So obviously I'm not cutting this, I'm just doing that, but I still think I would probably want to do a really fabulous ribbon around here and tie a bow up there, and then maybe this is just tucked in a little or something as like a little nest. Wow, this is beautiful, and this is really probably what I'm going to do, because with the weight of this out on my tables, I think it will work. So I picked up some white tablecloths and at Hobby Lobby, and they have different sizes. This is a 60 by 104. So this one actually would, I think, cover the table, I hope. And I don't do that a lot, but I think it would be kind of fun for special occasion. And then I have a beautiful blue that is smaller. Same little stitching on it, hem stitching. And it was maybe 21, I don't know. But they didn't have any Easter stuff I really liked. So here's what I did. I went to the fabric department and I thought, oh, what are you doing, Debbie? You're never going to do this. You're never going to sew. You do this all the time and you never do it. Do I sound like any of you? Well, I bought 1 yard because that's all they had left of this cute little fabric. And I've already shown you how you could just cut some and use it in places. Of course you could use napkins. So here's what I did. I bought the stuff that you iron on. It actually takes longer than sewing, you guys, because I used to sew. But regardless, it's just easy. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it over twice, actually, because I know that this would ravel. So I'll do a double fold. And then I'm going to put that stuff in there and iron it down. And then my plan is that I would have something bigger than a napkin or similar, or maybe bigger than well, whatever I can get out of the yard. I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to put that on at an angle underneath my centerpiece. And so this is the one that I bought for Easter. You do have to go in early enough to get some of these fun fabrics at the store. I already picked up one for summer. And do I have those plates? Hang on. You may not remember, but I bought these. I showed them in a haul a long time ago. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks like I did it on purpose. I only have 4 of those. Now it makes me want to go back and get more because I only bought these for the screen porch, but I can still do all of this on the screen porch and incorporate my orange. Yes. I already got my color story for summer out there. There we go. You guys, it's just so much fun to play, and that's all I'm doing. I'm having fun. I think the day that I did this, I actually just had some fun at the store, and things that you can always get are like that little yellow gingham, and then they have a regular gingham in every color. I mean, this is just perfect for, well, if I was decorating, throwing it out of a picnic basket or something, you can make napkins out of these, but you can do everything that I just said and add this to the same blue and white tablecloth and have a Memorial Day or a 4th of July look. And it's just a little bit more personalized to you. Thanks for joining me today. I just enjoyed bringing flower ideas, color ideas, making containers that, you could just put anywhere. I mean, they're on a buffet, they can become the centerpiece of your table, they can be outside, they can be at your sink, on your island. There's so many places, in your vanity. I mean, so many places that you could just take faux or real plants, depending on your love for watering and things like that, and just really make something so much more beautiful. I will link everything I can below, which is most of it. If it's Michael's, well, I don't think I had Michael's today, but if it's Hobby Lobby, Amazon, or Walmart, I will have it linked below. You can shop right through my links. It'll take you right to the item. And if it's still in stock online, you'll be able to get it. If it's not in stock online, always go to your store if you can, if you've got one near you, because it may just be there and they're not shipping from warehouse anymore. And thank you guys for visiting me over at Trump Sounding. I know quite a few of you have, and I thank you so much. It's my other channel, faith-based, and I use scripture and personal experience, and I don't know, I just chat with you. It's not like I'm teaching a Bible study or something, but I know I'm supposed to be doing it, and I think that that's what this last video was about. So I don't know what the next one's going to be. I also added a song at the end that I wrote just based on that video. And as I expressed in there, I wanted to write devotions. Well, I'm well on my way. I've got some based on where we are with what I'm talking about. So if you are looking for, you know, a moment of God's word and some prayer, visit me over at Trump Sounding channel, and I'll see you there. You guys, love you. Take care. See you on Sunday. Mwah!